Hey guys, you're watching Z1 and Only. My name is AJ, and we are back on another episode of Let's Build a City, episode 125. I woke up this morning, and I couldn't believe that we were already 25 more episodes in. It's time for another world tour. So I've decided to start up right up high here. It's so cool, especially when the sun is at like this height, when you can just start to see all the lights coming on in the houses and in the skyscrapers. In the church there. What a cool angle. It's like playing SimCity. It's a shame that the clouds are on. Can we turn clouds off? How easy is that to do? Graphics. Render clouds. There we go. Look at that. That's beautiful with a little plane there and a big plane there. Look at the size difference, man. Wow, a little hot air balloon in the distance. Excellent. So I usually start these world tours off at the town hall. But this time I thought I'd make a little bit of a change. We'll do it from this end of the world instead this time. So let me, I'll tell you what, I also want to put my hand on. Let me put the clouds back on. And let's put my hand on so I can point. I like to be able to point at things. And let's sleep away the night as well. There we go, we get a nice fresh day. So our world is now getting so big that I don't think that we can fit in like a whole world tour into every single, well, you know, we can't fit every building into the world tour. Because on the map here, let's have a quick look at the map before we start. It's really filling up. Now, I do have a fairly sizable list still of things that we need to build. And if you think that we possibly do like 2 videos on every building, I have at least 40 more videos planned out for this series so far. So it's still at least 40, but that doesn't include a single house. So if you include all the houses, we're going to do mansions up in the top left hand corner where we've currently got that one mansion. I want to get loads more of that. We need to do more skyscrapers up in the skyscraper bit over there. You know, we've got some green stuff, some green areas down here that we need to fill up, and a couple right in the middle of the city. There's a few parks I want to put in. We've only got one park so far. So today we're going to go around, we're going to do a sort of a world tour and also try and think about what we could place where. So in this area here, this seems to be almost like a miniature industrial estate. We've got the waterworks, we've got a car dealership and the sort of garage, you know, service station. And then I think here we can probably fit at least 2 buildings. And we can probably fit 1 building in here, 1 building in here, and we might be able to squeeze 1 building in here. And I'm thinking, you guys have been asking for factories, and every time I see a comment saying build a factory, I'm like, you know, that would be so cool, but I don't know how. I don't know what factory I would want to build, because I don't want it to look like a boring old warehouse. I'd want something to look quite interesting, you know, maybe with, you know, some smoke coming out of some pipes. I know it's not very environmentally friendly, but it's a money maker, isn't it? It's a money maker for the city, so maybe I can have a think about that. Maybe use some inspiration off some SimCity 5 buildings, or even SimCity 4 buildings or whatever. Try and get some inspiration off there, possibly. So that's how we could fill up that space. Let me clear my inventory, get rid of those beds. I hate going through beds. There we go. So that's that space filled up. Obviously, this space that we can see on the map here is only the gravestones here for the church, so we don't need to worry about that. We've got this beautiful beach. Oh yeah, people have been saying to build a cruise ship. We don't have a lot of room. It's possible we could build a cruise ship here. Possible. But, I mean, this is a fairly large boat here that we've got. This is probably one of my favourite builds on the map. I don't know why. I just like it. I think it just stands out really well. But people have been wanting like a big cruise ship. And maybe we can do one there in the future. I can add that to the list. I did have it on the list, but then I was unsure on how to do it. So I took it off temporarily. But if I have another think about it, we can definitely add it to the list again. And I do want more boats in here. We've got this marina. We've got some boats out here, but we haven't got any boats in here. I want to get like a sailboat on the outside and a couple of speedboats on the inside, just to bring a little bit more life to the place. But talking about like how many episodes we've got left, we do have a lot of interior stuff to do. You know, like in here, for example, we have nothing. And it's the same with a fair amount of the buildings, a percentage that I'm not happy with. I don't mind having 1 or 2 buildings empty, but we do want to fill them all up eventually. It's just that interiors I find more difficult personally. I know a lot of people really like interiors, and a lot of you even get annoyed if I don't do the interior. But as a builder, I've got to be happy with what I'm doing for me to to do it, you know, let alone on camera. And I'm getting to the point now where I'm really getting excited about doing some interiors. So we might even be doing some interior episodes very, very soon. Very, very soon. Got the Unfair Funfair and the cinema here that we built very, very recently. In fact, last episode, wasn't it? Got the modern gym here. That's a great little build as well. That's a cute little building, that one is, for sure. Got the wind farm here and the sort of national grid. It's so different doing a world tour from this way, isn't it? This is the 5th world tour. Can you believe? 5th world tour. Unbelievable. We've got the racetrack here with some lorries. We've got the American style lollies and the European style lollies. Podiums there, race cars on the track. We've got the train station, which we've done in the last sort of 25 videos previous to the last world tour. Really, really cool building. I love that interior. That's probably one of my favourite interiors I've ever done. Definitely. We've got the football stadium here. It's took a long time to build. Do you remember this? It's driven me nuts. Such a long time to put all those slabs down. Here's the police station. Luckily, I don't get half as many comments now asking me to build a prison. You know, I've got a prison. I mention it every world tour. I have a prison. Stop asking me. It's a little like cell bit attached to the side of the police station. I still get them now and again, but it's okay. I understand. New subscribers, if you are new and you don't know what we've built on this city, it's definitely worth watching this, because if you have any ideas that we haven't built, be sure to stick them in the comment section below. And that's the same to current subscribers as well. Ice hockey arena in here looks pretty cool. I like that. Still need to build a Zamboni in here. I always remember to build things that I've wanted to build on these world tours. Like I think for the last 3 world tours I've been wanting to build a Zamboni, but I keep forgetting after the world tour's done. I just forget. That's it. I don't like that sign either. I'm gonna change that sign, I think, eventually. The old library in here, really cool building in there. I really like that. I might do something with the roof in there though. I'm not 100% sure. I did like it originally, but I'm starting to sort of sway the other way at the minute. Gas station, fuel station, petrol station, whatever you want to call it. Definitely one of my favourite builds on the map as well. That one is bowling here, little bowling ball and bowling pin, and a McDonald's across the road. Need to do a lot more cars as well. Like when I first started this series, I had a lot of cars. Like if you we'll be over there in a minute, but like around the sort of the main central part of the city, I done a lot of vehicles around there, lorries and parked cars and stuff like this. And as I've gone further out, I've sort of forgotten to do them on the road, so I need to do that 100%. Old folks home, across from the fire station here. Really like that fire station. That's really, really, I don't know, I really, really like it. I like the little fire station logo we've got on the front, the badge. Yeah, really cool. So we've got a gap here. Is this sort of our first, well, there has been a few gaps that we've gone past accidentally, but we know what most things are going in over there. We've got the fun fair, which is going to fill up most of that large grey bit. We can probably fill in a little couple of houses, like this green spot in there. That one just over there in the distance there, you can just see it in render distance. We'll probably put some modern houses, because this is where we're doing our modern houses around this beachfront. And then we've got the sort of more town and suburban houses in this area, along with shops and other buildings. And then we've got the mansions up in the corner there. This is our little survival home that we built. Little, I don't know, really old townhouse sort of style one. 3 stories high. I had a friend who had a 3-story tall house. It was a lot of stairs. quite frustrating. Got the cathedral. I've got like an old Tudor style house here with a really cool shaped garden. Want to do more organic stuff like that. Some more sort of suburban houses down here. What way do we go? Let's go this way. I got the coughs. I haven't been up too long. My voice hasn't woken up yet. Nice little tiny house. We've got a lot of really small houses in this area in the middle of the city. You know, you can't take up too much room with big houses. I like to spend the space on actual buildings. We've got the primary school here, which I think we done like back in episode 5. It's one of the top 10 most viewed videos, which is a bit of a shame because we've done so many better builds than that now. But it's just a very popular building. Got the 2 sort of shops across the road from the street here. We've got I always think this is to be a sweet shop and that to be a post office. We've even got a post box out here. The item frame it's gone. It's disappeared. We can replace that back quickly. Can I not put it on? Or is it there? Oops, I'll fix it later. It wouldn't go on. Let's get that map back as well. Okay, so then we've got this gap here, which I'll probably fill with the same houses. Whoop, what have we done? Minecraft crashed. Oh, man. I'll get back on the world. Good old Minecraft. Okay, I'm back. This world does seem to crash a lot. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of all the sort of custom blocks, you know, that blocks that we've placed. It shouldn't really have a problem because it is a super flat at the end of the day. But anyway, this big, large green space here. We've got this row of houses here, and I've done this same row of houses over there as well. You could just see it like where my cursor would be, where I'm pointing right now. How cool is that with the skyscrapers just loading up? That's pretty awesome. But I'm thinking about doing, these are like, I don't know, just normal houses, normal, I don't know, estate houses. And we could do pretty much an estate in here. We could have the houses that we've got down here. We can have like a row of maybe 3 or 4 of them down here, and the road curl around. And then we can probably have another row here, and possibly another row there. So we could have, well, we've got 5 there currently. We could have 5, and then 4, 9, and then 5, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So then we could have 18 houses there and make like a miniature estate, which would be perfect. This perfect placement for a miniature estate. You know, we've got the McDonald's, the bowling, you know, the bank here. This is I don't know, I like all of the builds that we've got on the map. You know, some I like more than others, but some builds really stand out in my head. And yeah, I do like this bank. I would love to do the interior on this one. But yeah, we'll be doing a lot more interiors soon. You guys want interiors. I want to get better at interiors, and the best way to do that is just to do them. So yeah, old Simpsons house here. That'll be a fun one to do the interior on, with Homer's car and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Another little house over here. Let's come up here. We've got the backside of what we use the Empire State Building for inspiration on. It's pretty close to the Empire State Building, but I changed some bits up a little bit, some bits I didn't like. And then we're sort of, well, we can sort of cover this area quickly. It's getting towards night time. We'll do a little bit of nighttime stuff, you know, see a little bit of different perspective on the world. We've got the town hall here, and we've got the mayor's house, which was originally the Minecadia house. We've got my real life house, which has actually changed now. I'm still living in the same place, but we're having our whole roof done. So I don't know, in some videos you might hear some noise because we're having a new roof put on. There's nothing structurally wrong with our roof, but just for aesthetic reasons, we're just getting all the moss off it. I mean, our house is sort of a couple of 100 years old, and it's a little bit mossy in some places, so we're getting it cleaned up. But this roof here is no longer a flat roof. This roof is now, I don't know, like the same roof as that, a pitched roof that goes up. This on the back is now built, like a newer one has been built, and it's now black and white, so we might update that. This hedgerow here has now been taken out, and this shed has been taken out, and this is going to, well, this is actually in the process of having a brick shed, because at the moment this is just a wooden shed. So at the moment we've just got like this wooden frame and a few bricks laying about. It's a bit of a mess out here at the minute, so maybe maybe I'll update that soon. And then we've got the bridge coming into the city here. This is a really cool thing. Now there is some green space around here, right? And underneath the bridge, what I want to do something like a wooden dam. I know a bridge relatively close to me, about 20 miles away from me, and they have a bridge going over this river, about sort of the same length. It's not a huge river, but it's like the same length as this if you scaled it up. And around the edge of the water, it actually has like wooden, they sort of look like railway sleepers planted like upright, like this. Not that high though, like about that, maybe something like that. And they go around the edge here to keep the water from coming through, and also to help sort of with the flooding, because they get a lot of floods at that place. So when the water level rises, it doesn't flow over. And it would be great to have like a little line of that going underneath the bridge. Just something more interesting, something a little bit more detailed, you know, in the world. Things that people don't usually think of. And we've got this empty space here, which I really don't know what to put in at the moment. Like, we could put a house in or a mansion in here, but this spot that has no access to roads, we might have to fill up with some trees, which would look great, I think. You know, you come through the bridge and you've got some trees after the river. Really cool idea. I'm getting tired of this darkness, so I'm going to sleep away the night again. Time to sleep. There we go. Now, is it if we hit the bottom of the bed we don't get one back, or the top? I think it's the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so then we've got, let's pop up this corner here, we've got the mansion, our most recent house, in fact. Really, really cool mansion, one of the funnest buildings I've ever built, you know, one of the most different houses I've ever built, using some different colours. It's sort of like a modern suburban mansion, and I've got some more really cool ideas for mansions that sort of follow this theme, using different blocks and different ideas and stuff like that. Really, really cool. I want to do an interior to that ASAP. And then we've got the farm over here with the old farmhouse covered in some leaves, some barns, some tractors. These are quality little buildings. I love the yeah, builds of the tractor with the roof on it, and a little engine there, and the tractor with like the weight on the front, sort of a convertible one. I really, really like those tractors. I don't know why. Really, really cool. Couple of sheep stuck in there. All the pigs despawned, so we haven't got any more pigs in here. But this is meant to be like a little pig bit. And then we've got the farms around the outside here, which is pretty cool. And we've got a campsite. Campsite here with a little Easter egg of Generic B's RV. People have been saying to put some Easter eggs in, like in the comment section, like build some Easter eggs, like inside some buildings or in some places up in the skies and stuff like that. But don't tell us about them until we can download the map. Talking of that, people have been asking, or people have been saying in the comments that Xbox One worlds can now be shared and downloaded. As far as I know, that's not true. I haven't heard anything, and you know, I'm one of the first people to sort of hear about that kind of thing. I've got a lot of friends sort of in that department, if you like, and they haven't mentioned anything. And I've done a quick YouTube search, and there is nothing about actually downloading Xbox One worlds. There are videos like I've got on how to do how to make a world go from 360 onto Xbox One. That's easy to do. You know, there's an actual official Minecraft tool built into the game to be able to do that. But to actually take a world from Xbox One and put it on someone else's Xbox One, as far as I know, as far as I've ever heard, there isn't a way yet. But there hopefully might be in the future. I'm really hoping so, because yeah, when we can do that, I am hoping to put this world up for download once it's completely finished though. Okay, so let's carry on around here. We've got some other small houses. Got a big old suburban house there. Got the hospital. That'll be a fun interior to do. A little bit repetitive, but I'm sure we can make it fun. We've got the only park currently in the city. I want to have another park behind the town hall. And the park behind the town hall, because that backs up onto the river, I thought it'd be a cool idea to have some like little fishing docks thing, you know, like where you can stand on and fish. That would be pretty cool, I think. And we've got the skyscraper district here. One of my favourite parts that gives some real height to the city here. Definitely need to do some more, but we've got the first skyscraper that I've ever built in Minecraft. And then we've got some more sort of unique and different shaped ones. Still a lot more that we need to do. We've got the high school. My old high school, my old real life high school here. We've got a pink house and a blue house. These are going to be small houses all the way down here, and we've got room for 2 more, I think. And we might do like a green one and an orange one or something like that, and get some Balamori style coloured houses down here. It'll be really cool. So we've got some more of those, but they're all in the same sort of style. They're all going to be a bright colour with quartz pillars on the edges, and then a cobblestone stair roof. So they're all going to be the same design, but hopefully we can get like the houses to look completely different from each other, but sort of, I don't know, have a bit of uniformity. Our Big Ben inspired building there. The old skyscraper that's being built. They're very slow, aren't they? They haven't made any progress in like 100 episodes. I think we built that back in like episode 20 something. Not 100% sure. Some more skyscrapers over here. Our most recent skyscraper there. And then we've got the airport and the radio station as well. Zono FM 99.9. Yeah, and the airport, which is all done on the inside as well. We've got some planes on the outside, some helicopters and stuff like that, jet flying over, little military copter, Really, really cool. I absolutely love this world. It's I'm so proud of the world. I really, really am. But we have got some space still left. You know, you can sort of tell what's going to go in what places. You know, the green stuff in the skyscraper district. Obviously, going to be skyscrapers. In the top left-hand corner, we're going to put some mansions in that huge grassy area. I'm not going to go through too many of the stuff that I've got planned. But up by the space station here, did I show you the space station? I might not have shown you the space station. But the space station, I can't say that space station. Space station has got some additions to be done to it. At the moment, this is all it is, but I would really like some buildings like coming off and around, just to make it a little bit more fuller. Do you know what I mean? Some like control buildings and stuff like that. I don't know, just add to it. But I really like that. It's such a cool little building. But yeah, I also want an observatory, which we'll probably have around here, like an old school observatory with like a big telescope that like opens up in the top. Apart from it'll be open at all times, we won't be able to get it to open up. You know, mansions over here, and then I don't know, we'll be able to fill up all the other stuff with houses and the huge amount of stuff that I've still got left on the list. For example, a baseball stadium is on the list. A basketball stadium is on the list. A baseball stadium. Did I say baseball? I can't even remember. A lot of stadiums, but we're running out of room for the very large builds like that. But we might be able to fit, I don't know, a baseball one in somewhere, something like that. Be different. It'd be a nice building to have. But anyway, guys, we are going to have to leave it there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you've already, please subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode. Bye.